All right, so today I want to talk to you guys about what upgrades you guys can do to help your house sell for more money. Now, let me be frank about this. Don't waste your money on stupid shit. Because the truth of the matter is, you may not recoup all of your expenses. All right, let's start with the simple stuff. By simple stuff, I mean cheap. And by cheap, I mean do-it-yourself potential. One of the quickest ways you can help your house sell for more money is simply by painting. A fresh coat of paint goes a long way, but please don't be like some folks who like to paint over hinges and outlets and wall plate. That is one thing that absolutely irks me, and it's definitely a way to tell if someone's taking their time with the job or not. Plus, it makes the job look like crap because now you have partially painted wall plates and outlets with odd paint color on them that shouldn't be that way. Taking the extra step to remove wall plates and outlets and at least put tape over them lets a potential future home buyer know that someone cared about the details. And even though they may not know what you've gone through, they'll definitely see it if you didn't do it. It'll stick out like a sore thumb. The goal when doing some of these upgrades is simple: minimize as many complaints as a potential future home buyer may have. Which brings me to another upgrade, and that is replacing or updating or upgrading your wall switches, outlets. If your outlets are old or mismatching, try to make them match, try to make them look newer, try to make them look fresher. And if they're just dirty, take a rag and just wipe them down, get rid of all the smudges, especially if you've already painted the walls. It's a good idea to take the time to wipe those dirty plates down because at the end of the day, that dirt is gonna stick out. And usually, it's those details that indicates a job well done. It could really make an old home feel new. There's tutorials all over YouTube that'll show you how to replace an outlet or a switch. It's possible, you can do it, I believe in you. All right, so the next thing to upgrade that'll make a big deal is flooring. Rip out that old nasty carpet and replace it as soon as possible. And if ripping out the old carpet is not an option, at least pay for a carpet cleaner to come in and have it professionally cleaned. You see, old carpet carries old smells and odors, and as soon as you can get rid of that smell and those odors, the better. So putting in some new carpet or replacing it with some hardwood floors will definitely give the home a new home smell, as well as make the home feel nicer, look nicer to a potential home buyer. For a quick hot tip, I would take some measurements of your house, of the flooring that you want replaced, of all the rooms that you want the flooring replaced, and go to your local flooring supplier or store or warehouse and see if they have any overstocked flooring materials that you could use in your home. A lot of times you can find amazing flooring deals for a really great price. All right, don't click off the video yet. I have a couple of bonus tips in store for you guys, so please hang on. For my last recommended upgrade, I'm gonna recommend that you guys replace the basin case. A lot of your baseboards are old looking and raggedy looking. Now, if you have an older home and everything is really relatively clean and the baseboards are still in modest or good condition, maybe you don't have to go through and replace it, especially if it fits with your current aesthetics. You'll find a lot of times with Victorian style homes, they have really fancy baseboards and crown moldings and things like that. So I wouldn't recommend replacing those things, especially if they fit with the particular look your home has. Now, if you just have some basic 2-inch baseboards and they've been painted over multiple times, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go through and replace those and just kind of modernize the home a little bit. So I would pick up some 3 to 6 inch baseboard, rectangular, square baseboard, flat for the baseboard, and maybe like some 3-inch casing to go around the doors to case out your doors with. This will give your home a modern update and feel to it. Okay, now for some final bonus tips for you guys. These are all upgrades that I wholeheartedly believe you can do yourself. Now, the materials aren't gonna cost you that much, but the labor, if you have to pay someone else to do it, could get pretty expensive, especially when it comes to painting and flooring. But if you can get handy and familiar with a tape measure and save yourself some money and go buy some tools, because the money that you're not spending on labor, you can actually spend and buy some tools with it. I promise you, you'll make your money back and then some. The way I learned to do a lot of my projects is simply by going to Home Depot and finding a book on it, reading it, and applying it. Anybody can do it, trust me. If you don't need paint, then don't paint. If you don't need new electrical outlets, don't buy new electrical outlets. The point here is to upgrade what you need to upgrade to give your home a nice little facelift. If you have a family member that's in construction, call them over and have them help you out, or at least give you some pointers and some things that you need to do. If you get to something that you have questions or you need to figure out, go online, research it. The answers are there for you. The big thing here is learn what good workmanship is. You see, if for some reason you decide you don't want to do this work yourself and you want to hire a contractor, you need to know what good work looks like. You need to know what a good paint job looks like. If you get a painter coming over to your house and he starts painting over your wall plates and outlets and stuff like that, I would question that. I would stop him and say, hey, can you not paint over my outlets? Can you not paint over my receptacles? Because guess what? I'm going to have to clean those up or replace them if you do. Another hot tip is, if you're going to be replacing your baseboards, paint your baseboards outside on some sawhorses before you install them. It's way easier to patch a couple of holes after the fact and paint just those spots versus trying to paint the entire house of baseboards. All right, guys, I'm Osias, and planning your next move is easy with the right people in your corner. Peace.